marriage battle. And breaking news on that, North Carolina is voting tonight on a referendum to constitutionally ban same-sex marriage. Tony Perkins is president of the Family Research Council. He's opposed to gay marriage, and he joins me now. Mr. Perkins, tell me, why are you so implacably opposed to two loving people getting married?
Well, Piers, it's not just me, but North Carolina, as it looks like 60% of the voters there are poised to adopt a state amendment that will make 30 states that have adopted amendments that preserve the definition of marriage as being between a union of one man and one woman.
Why do you personally care so much? I mean, the example I throw at you is, if you look at heterosexual marriage, look at Kim Kardashian's marriage, which lasted, what was it, 72 hours or something ridiculous? Day, I can't remember. When you look at a marriage, 72 days, so look at a marriage that lasts that long, where clearly the respect for the sanctity of marriage is absurd. Yeah. And then you have a gay couple who've been together 20 years, who love each other, who actually really want to get married, and who want to observe and respect the sanctity of marriage. Isn't it better for society that we let people that are in the second category take precedence over those in the first category? You treat it as a celebrity bag extension?
You know, Piers, I think that's a really good question, and I think a lot of people ask that question of themselves because, quite frankly, marriage among heterosexuals has not been good when we see a divorce rate around 50%. Perkins in public policy as an elected official was to do just that, to strengthen marriage. I authored the nation's first covenant marriage law. I've been working on marriage law for almost over 15 years. And the reason it's important, Piers, quite frankly, is because public policy shapes the culture. And when we're talking about, what we're talking about here is not shaping policy or creating policy based upon an individual here or an individual there, but what the social science tells us is best for society as a whole. And it's very clear
that
let
me ask you about the social science aspect.
Mm-hmm.
How much more damage can a gay couple do if they're married to the damage they can do to civilization if they're unmarried?
Yeah, again, Piers, you're asking great questions because I think those are the questions that are going through people's minds. I think what we have to do, though, is look at the 40 years...
Yeah, but I'm asking you because you're so, opposed to it. Answer the question. Rather than telling me how great all my questions are, answer some of them.
I am, if you'll give me just a second. We've got 40 years of social science research based upon public policy change. No-fault divorce was a public policy adoption. And what that created was a spike in divorce, which is leveled off in the early 90s, and then created cohabitation. That was the result of a public policy adoption of no-fault divorce. We can't think that we can tinker with the redefinition of marriage and say it's no longer between a man and a woman, which 5,000 years of human history has shown us, and say it's not going to affect it even further. It's going to require, it's going to result in more children growing up without moms and dads.
Yeah, we're not really answering the question, though. Just to press you on the question, what more damage could a gay couple do to civilization
it's not the gay,
society
it's the policy,
if they're married
it's the policy.
To if they're just living together?
Further redefining marriage. The reason we have cohabitation at skyrocketing rates is because we have redefined marriage in a way through no-fault divorce, making it almost mean to many. But to take the further step of redefining it completely and saying marriage is whatever you want to make it to be, if you're two people and you love each other, that's all that counts. The reason society has recognized marriage with certain benefits is because marriage between a man and a woman that creates children or raises children, in most cases, that benefits society. That's why society has given certain automatic benefits to marriage.
You have 5 kids, right?
Yes, I do.
What would you do if one of them came home and said, "Dad, I'm gay"?
Well, we would have a conversation about it. I doubt that would happen with my children as we are teaching them the right ways that they are to interact as human beings. We're not allowing them to be indoctrinated by the education system.
Right. So just to clarify, you would imagine it would be a personal choice they would suddenly make. They'd wake up one day and decide they were going to be gay.
No, I didn't say that. I think it's. I wouldn't say that anybody necessarily.
You said that they've been brought up in a way that meant it was unlikely they would be gay.
The environment in which I'm raised.
My argument to you as somebody who supports gay marriage is being gay is not a choice. Being gay is not something you suddenly wake up and decide to be. So one of your children could be gay.
Well,
it's not going to be a question of the way you brought them up. It's just going to be a fact.
It's environment. It is environment, Piers. I would agree with you that I don't believe most people choose to be homosexual, lesbian, gay, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe that's a choice they wake up one morning and make. I don't think that it's genetic. I don't think the evidence is not there to support that. I do think that it is a product or a happening of environment and events, things that they're exposed to. So I don't think it's a choice. I don't think somebody just wakes up and says, hey, I want to be this way. In most cases, I think it is the result of the environment.
Okay. Perkins, we will agree to disagree. Thank you very much.
All right, Piers, good to be with you.